Yeah, if you don't mind resharing some of that and then just continue with the story, I'd love to hear, yeah, just a bit more about you.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, been in the marketing space for at least 8 years, probably longer than that, almost 30 now, but dipped and dabbed into like websites, graphics, and then I got into Facebook ads. And then that's when I came across CRM and automations. And now we have all the cool AI stuff. But in the past, I really cared about it, but I feel like that my why wasn't big enough. And then now that I have two kids, a son and a daughter, and a fiance as well, my why is a little bit bigger. So hold on, man, I really have to make this thing work because I know it works. I see people in the group every day and they're sharing like their wins. I'm like, I know it works. And I know that there's something special in me. I just got to figure out how to bring it out. I hopped into the marketplace and I just said, man, I'm going to search and see if there's maybe another tool because I see different tools that like are out there, but I'm like, I don't know. There has to be something that can work really simple, and that's how I came across map leads. And I just said, hey, should I text these people? Should I send like an email? Should I cold call? And I know that in my head that if I cold call, I can probably get things going fast. But my anxiety is don't do it, don't do it. I'm like, if I can fight that, I'll probably be okay. And download it into the CRM. I literally searched for carpet cleaners here, like in my local area, got the entire list of carpet cleaners, downloaded the actual sheet. I think it's the CSV sheet or whatever. I literally got that. I sorted them by their reviews. I looked at everybody's website. I literally found people that either didn't have a website or the website was not so nice. And I literally put them in CRM and just start calling them. And I just said, hey, I built you a free website and I want to show it to you. Would you be interested in that? And literally, it was crazy because the first person I called said, yes. So I was like, wow, you really do want to see this? So I said, I'll tell you what, I will meet you like a little later on today. I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning when I called. I said, I'll meet you around like 1. I literally built the website. I met him at a different Starbucks than the one I'm at now. And I showed it to him and he said, I want that. So I was like, wow, I cold called somebody at 9. They built them a website around 1, showed it to him at 4 and got paid at 6. I'm like, this is cool. Started calling more. I said, man, I'm gonna find another one. And of course, I'm gonna had a few people say, hey, I'm not really interested. I had some people say, hey, man, I'm 79. I'm not trying to get any more clients. I can't handle it. And then I had another guy say, yes, show me the website. I'm like, boom, another one. Then I kept calling. I had a third guy say, hey, I actually have 3. I said, 3 what? 3 trucks, 3 team members, 3 what? He said, I got 3 businesses. I'm like, 3 different carpet cleaning business? Yes. And I need websites for all 3. And I'm like, okay, I might be on to something. So it's amazing that I've been doing this for a while. And just in a short period of time, I had the most success just because I decided to, it's embarrassing to say, but I decided to take action. It's really just that simple. I wish I would have did this 10 years ago. I probably be, Lord knows, like super far, but just using the map lead system, what I really do like about that is I was able to find like a whole list of leads and I could plug them straight into the CRM, plug them right into my pipeline. I had a tag on it. So I said, hey, once I put them in here on the tag, put them inside of the new lead column, I had a reply to column, but this made things a whole lot easier. So just trying to duplicate the process and grow the business. And now I have 8 clients. So I have a new problem. This new problem is trying to serve everybody, right? So I'm just trying to balance those 2 because this week I didn't get any clients because I had so much work. So, okay, now I may need to consider either outsourcing the actual work side because I wasn't able to sign a client because I'm trying to fulfill. So it's like I have a new problem, which is a good thing. Yeah, man, I'm just excited about what's ahead.
Yeah, yeah, that's really awesome. I'd love to ask you a question though. I think so you touch on something I talk about a lot, which is actioning the data. So with map leads, you do get a lot of data out of the system. I think a lot of people look at it as like a data platform. And I actually think that's not the thing I'm selling or building within map leads at all. I think about it a lot more as taking it from a piece of data to turning it into a contract and getting somebody all the way through that funnel.
Mhm.
One of the other things that you mentioned that I hear a lot is just the anxiety around cold calling. Do you mind talking about that a little
Mhm.
bit more and just maybe what you were feeling and how you finally just jumped in and then, you got a yes right in the first call, which is amazing,
Yeah.
but how did it all turn out for you? But yeah, just what were you feeling and then how did you finally just make it happen?
Yes, man. I think the anxiety that comes with cold calling happens every time I cold call, right? Because I want to cold call again today. So what are they going to say? But I just made up my mind and say, what's the worst thing that could happen? Like the worst thing that they can do is hang up in my face or maybe curse me out or something. Like that's the absolute worst. But I'm gonna be honest, man. Like my situation was in a bad spot too. I didn't care. I'm like, if you hang up on me or you curse me out, man, I'm gonna call the next person because I have to get a client today. Like it was just that serious. So the anxiety for me, I think it's just pretty much always there. And then just really learning the psychology behind it, like really learning what to say. I know if I call somebody like, hey, I'm Shawn and I'm a digital marketer and I was wondering if you was interested, they're gonna hang up. But if I call and say, especially if I have the person's name, which is even crazier, but if I call and say, hi Tom, do you guys still clean carpet? It's like, yeah. So let me ask you, do you do just a commercial or is it just residential? They're like, we do both, man. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, listen, man, I found you actually like on Google because I saw you had 5 star and I get that from the map where you stayed. I'm like, I see how you have 5 stars. And they're like, yeah, man. And I'm like, listen, man, the whole reason why I was calling because I went onto your, like on your website and I noticed a few things like were a little out of place. And I hurry up and slide this in before they cut me off. And I'm like, but no worries, man. This is probably going to sound crazy, but I actually built you a brand new website and I want to show it to you for free. Would you be interested in that? And then I either want a yes or a no. Because if I get a no, moving you out my pipeline.
Yeah.
If I get a yes or a maybe or call me next week, da, 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 that's still not a no. So just really just learning how to be like friends with the people who I called. I'm gonna call a guy that has a junk removal company today. I saw that he just got a new logo. So I did a little research. I saw where he tagged somebody. So when I call him, say, hey man, I see that you got a brand new logo. And I went onto your Facebook and I clicked on your website link and I noticed you didn't have one. Well, look, man, I'm actually right here locally in your area and I built your website and I would love to show it to you. Would you be interested in that? Yes or no type thing. And then it's the more you do it in a day, it becomes fun. It's like a game. I call the next person, hey, I built you a website, which be cool. And the more I do it, I must say that I feel more comfortable. The anxiety is there a little bit, but it's yes or no, dude, because I feel confident in what I'm selling too. Because it's almost like if you say no, man, shame on you. Because I know that I'm the best person for this job. And I know that I can do an awesome job. I know I can definitely help you because I'm already doing it. So if you say no, it's either for one or two things. Either you don't trust me or you you don't have enough money or something.
Yeah.
There's maybe a financial issue there. So that's how I feel about it.
So I'd love to ask you this question because another thing I think that people have a thought around is that, hey, if they don't have a website and they've been in business for 5 years, 10 years, chances are good they're just never going to want one. And I would love to hear just from your experience in the time that you've been cold calling and talking to people. Do you find that people that have been in business for a while and have never gotten around to getting a website, that it's just because they don't want one? Or is it because of well, maybe they just didn't know how to get it? Or what do you hear maybe in some of the objections
Yes.
and some of the times that you found success in those types of situations?
Yes, so sometimes I take their side a little bit in the objection, which kind of throws them a curveball. They're like, "What? You agree with me?" Because what they're used to is the same line. Everybody says the same thing before I actually have the chance to show them like what I do. So what I do is if they say, which I've had all this happen, a guy said, "Hey, look, man, I've been in business, man, 17 years, and we haven't had a website, man. I just don't see any customers coming from it." Hey, you know what, Tom? You're actually right. Because here's the truth. If I build you a website, man, today, or I'll say, hey, man, I got your site already done. If I give you this website now, would your business just magically get 50 more customers? No. I say, but it's actually what I do behind the website. And that's what I want to show you. And I say, because there's nothing free. Am I here calling everybody building free websites? No, there is a little catch to it. And here is the catch. I'll show you the website for free. but I ask for 30 minutes of your time or less. Sometimes I might say 15 minutes, depending on if I can tell if they're a little rushy. I need 5 to 10 minutes of your time, and I want to show you the other services on my offer. If you like it, let's do business. If you don't, you turn left and I turn right, and I still give you the website for free because I don't clean carpet. So there's nothing I can do with it. And then they're like, yeah, okay, just show it to me. And then once I actually hop on the call, I show them the actual website, and then I show them how it works with the chat bot. I show them how it works with the review management system. I show it works how it works with the automation. And then they're like, so this is more than just a website. And I'm like, yeah, you actually need all of this, not just a website, because that's not going to explode your business by tomorrow.
Man, I love what you do there for so many different reasons. One of the things you're doing is pattern disruption, meaning that they're telling you something that they've told 10 other people and they're expecting you to say the same thing back. And then you throw them a different curveball. And I think that sort of brings people back and makes them think. So you're doing a great job there.
Thank you.
I also really love how, because here's the biggest objection they have, which is the crazy one, which is, hey, I don't need any more customers.
Yeah.
Right? It's so wait a minute. Every business, no matter who you are, somebody said this to me once. The one thing they all have in common is that they have a customer. Like even a nonprofit needs a customer. They call them members, but they're still customers. And so what you're really doing though is you're taking it and you're going from this idea of a website and you're turning it into a whole platform of managing like the stream of
Mhm.
customers. And honestly, maybe having that many customers can be problematic as well. And so when you can take a whole system in the back end that's qualifying them and saving them
Mhm.
time and helping them run their business
Mhm.
all with the front door of a website, and they can start to see the power of everything behind it. That's like a
Mhm.
pretty amazing thing to take and spin it into. And I think you're showing them that. And the other big thing about the method that you're doing here is you're bringing something of value to the table immediately, which is like, I've already done the work. You've already got the website. Like you're going to take that either way. I
Mhm.
don't, right? That's actually not what I'm
Yeah.
selling. And if that's all you see here, then like you can have it because it's that alone.
Right.
Yeah, isn't really doing much. It's you're missing everything else behind the scenes. I think that's just you do a really great job in all that stuff. And there's so many great things I heard in there to try to call out of just read back what it is that you're actually doing. So I think
Yeah.
that's really cool.
And I think too, some people would be like, you shouldn't offer free websites or you shouldn't do a website before you actually get the close. And I look at it like this. I'm really betting on myself because I know that once I get you on the call or I sit you down inside a demonstration and I show you everything, you're going to want everything. So I never had anybody say, well, thanks, Shawn, but I don't want that, man. Just give me the site, right? And also, if I do, I will give you a one-page site, no other features. Don't call me after you change anything because that's not what I said, that I would give you a site. I didn't say a site with 5 pages, a site with a chat widget, a site with all this other stuff. I will keep my word, and I'll even be nice and help you connect it with your domain name because I'm nice. But I will simply give you the site, and that's it. So I'm really betting on myself that once I sit you down, I show you, and then I make sure that it's very obvious on how much money that they're saving me. And I say this one line that works, man. I say this because they always want to know what's the price, you know. And once you set the price, they're instantly thinking of ways of why that's too high. Even if you can say $97, they're like, that's a lot. $500, that's a lot. So what I do is I tell them, do you know why I'm still in business? And they're like, why? I say it's because I make my clients money. I say, you think about it. If I'm not making your money, are you going to stop paying your car insurance? No. Are you going to stop buying food in your home? No. You're going to fire me first. So my goal every day is to make sure that I'm making you money so that I can stay in business. I said, and I want you to pay me forever, and you will pay me forever because I'm going to make sure that your business is making you more money forever. And they're like, I like that. And I tell them it's simple. If I'm not making any money, fire me. But you're not gonna fire me because I'm just that good. And then they're like, I really like that. I tell them that's how my business grows. It's based off of my client's business. And that's true. Because they will stop paying or they're gonna cancel if they're not making any money. And I try my best to at least give them a deal. Like my guy that cleans carpet. Like I literally built his website in a day. I put the chatbot on there. He was already running ads. That's how I found his site because he was actually running ads to a website that didn't work. So he was already running ads. I looked, he was spending like $500 a month on ads. I put that into the chatbot. And as soon as he got a lead, I called the lead myself and I booked like the actual carpet cleaning myself for $300. I was like, lucky you, you just made your return on your investment back. And like the next day, he was like, you're right. I got you forever. Like it's just that simple.
Yeah, that's such a great piece of information and things that you're sharing. I'm listening to you talk and I'm having a hard time believing that you didn't have the confidence or had anxiety around making cold calls because the amount of experience that you're just exuding right now in this, you're all smiles and I can just see, I would buy from you. You're sitting in front of me. I think you got a lot of really great points and things that's going to drive a lot of confidence that if I invest in you, I'm going to get that investment back. So I just want to say congratulations on all that. You're doing a really great job.
Thank you. Thank you, man. It's just our own, man. I believe that for me, I'm really hindering myself. And it sucks that I had to wait until I was in such a terrible position. It sucks that I had to wait until my bank account literally had $3 in it for me to take action. So I'm like, thank God that Map Leads had a free trial. Like the free I would have been screwed. So it sucks that I waited till my worst because which sometimes they always say, I guess if you apply pressure, it makes diamonds. So I guess I needed that hard push for me to just say, man, the heck with it. I'm going to do it because I've watched 10,000 YouTube videos on cold call, 10,000 lead scraping videos. And I've watched so many videos until now. I'm like, oh man, I already saw that one. I already saw this one. I already saw that one. It's okay, Shawn, you've done everything except take action. So it's like I started to feel down and depressed about that part of it because everything that you're telling me about me, this isn't the first time I heard it. Like, Shawn, man, you're so great and you can do it. You can. I'm like, what do they see in me that I don't see in me? So that's the sad part about it. It's like I have it and I hear it. It's just doing it.
No, it's all about the ambition. Listen, I've coached a lot of reps over the years. I've seen a bunch of different things. And I think the ones that really lean into it and just go for it. That's really what it all comes down to. And when I first saw your post, I was like, who is this guy? I've never seen him before. I hopped into the database. I pulled you up, realized that you were on a free trial. I think you went through 120 of the 200 credits and you were posting that you made $1,500 off of that. And I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, I get a lot of trial signups and I see a lot of people come in and just scrape all the data and get no value out of it. They scrape the data in the free trial and then they just move on and never go anywhere with it. And they never activate it, which is the thing I say. It's you got to take it and turn it into something, right? Like whatever your jam is.
Hmm.
You found success in cold calling. There's just as much success in emailing if that's like your jam.
Hmm.
We also started to create like a route planner. So if you're doing like local,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah. So like that was, I was talking to a few guys that were like, hey, like we're out in the field every day and this is a thing that we're trying to manage. And I was like, I built enough of this stuff and I was looking at all the code that I had. And I was like, I could spin this for you. And I came up with the route planner. And then we're doing postcards too. So like really we're covering all the four channels, but I grew up in sales cold calling. So I have a really soft spot in my heart for just picking up the phone and smiling and dialing,
Hmm.
connecting with people, having those conversations and helping people find their way. I believe that a lot of these people that don't have a website either had one once, it didn't work out. Somebody approached them trying to charge them like some massive amount for a project
Hmm.
that was like really hard to scope and it just maybe didn't turn out the way they wanted, or maybe they only delivered the website without all the back end stuff or the ways to make it work. And I think that those types of things, when they fall flat, doesn't mean that they don't actually want one. It just means they don't necessarily know how to get it and they see and understand the value of it. And I think that when you're coming to it with a website and more systems and all those things, I think that your approach is just fantastic. And I think you're going to be really successful in this.
But man, that sounds like great news because it's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Perfect. Anything else I didn't ask that you think was worth chatting about?
Not that I know of. Like I said, man, I'm just shocked and really excited. So like I said, like right now, I'm like still like trying to I'm still in the growth part. Like it's still tough for me now. But what I see in the future, man, is me sharing this story. Like, actually helping other agency, owners that were just like me, have a passion for this and don't know where to get started. In fact, I got a call like around 1:30 with the guy that also saw my post. He was like, I don't know where to start. I don't know how to get things going. And I'm going to tell him like my full story. Hey, dude, You need to go on there. You need to get map leads. Then you need to put them inside of your CRM. You need to pick up the phone. You need to call. If I got to record my call and send it to you, do say this and it works. So I'm just full of it to actually doing the agency work. And I can't wait to see what's in the future because I do want to be a coach someday. I always had that in my inside and I really want to help people. I want to help them cross that hump and I want to do it within the agency space so I can see, okay, people are asking me, I got a lot of inbox, people are like, hey, what did you do? How did it work? I can't wait to share my story because I don't share my story. I don't tell people like what I'm doing and I post it in the because I don't have friends that know anything about this. So I got like over 200 something likes and comments. If I posted on my friend wall, everybody, that's great, but what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That type thing. Man, I'm just excited that you're just ready to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. I appreciate that comment too, because I tell you, you're talking to your partners about this. They don't really get it as much. The energy for it and also the understanding of the wins falls flat on them. They don't really get it. So I think when you can share it in a space like that community, it goes a long way. I think people get really excited about it. And really, thanks so much for sharing your story there and being an advocate voice. I think that you're going to be coaching soon. I think that you're showing people how it's done. And that's also really appreciated at the broader group and community of people that are trying to figure out how to make it. Some people that do get stuck in hard spots and finding their way out of it with all the things that they can do with the system, the platform, but mostly themselves and finding that
Right.
it's in digging in. And hopefully, if nothing else, like your story is going to inspire somebody else to just pick up the phone and go for it and find success on the other end. I hope
And
everybody
you
gets a
said it.
yes on their first call because boy, that makes it a lot easier to keep going.
Man, it does. And I would say, because like you said something, it's like finding that major company in yourself big because here's the truth, man. I've always had tools. I've always had the different videos. I've bought lots of different coaching. I done did all this stuff. I had many different lead scrapers and stuff. I done had all this stuff. And it's like, Shawn never did anything with it.
Yeah.
It was me. I've never said, okay, I'm going to do this no matter what. And I think that my kids played a bigger role in my why. It's no fun having $3 in your account and then you have a kid that's looking at you like, what am I going to eat? That'll make you say, the heck with cold call. I'm about to walk into these businesses, right? So that was just where I was, man. I think, man, I found, map leads at the perfect time. It was right in front of my face. I was like, well, what's this? Click the install. Now, let me scrape some carpet cleaners. Let me call them. Let me build a website. Let me pick up the money. And I was like, okay, I got something. And I used the DJ Khaled little gift. And like we said, it's another one. And every time I would get a client, I would always take my fiance and say, another one. That was just my motivation. She don't understand CRM, leads, Facebook ads, but she know DJ Khaled. So I say, another one. And I mean, I would go out, every day and I do it as a game. I say, hey, today I'm gonna get a client. Like right now today, I'm gonna get a client. Today, I'm gonna cold call 50 people if I have to. Today, I'm gonna book a meeting for next week, and I will have three or four new clients next week. That's my energy, and I speak that, and it happens, man. And I'm excited because it's really happening in real life.
It is, and I can see it. Listen, I'm going to let you get to it. I don't want to hold you up. I want you to get those clients, but I really appreciate you spending some time with me.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Tom, for your time, and wish you the best as well.
We'll talk to you soon, Shawn. Thanks.
All right, same.
Amen.
Bye-bye.
All right. You just heard from Shawn Abrams on how he was able to take a free trial of Map Leads and turn it into almost $1,500 of recurring revenue for his agency. Now, I want to take and show you how to use Map Leads, our AI site builder tool, to find prospects who need websites, build them a website, and turn it into cash. Let's go. Once you get logged into Map Leads, come on over here to the AI site builder, click on that tab. And when you do, the first thing you want to do, I've already done this a little bit, but the first thing you want to do is click on new search. I'm going to go ahead and run a search for landscapers in Phoenix, Arizona. So once you fill in the form with landscape or type of business, the city and the state, go ahead and click on search. And once the search is done, you're going to see all these results populate here in the system. First thing you're going to notice is the first tab here, which is the no websites in the Google business profile. So what that means is the business on this page and in this list, in their Google business profile, they do not have a website listed. And so this little red map marker will bring you to their Google business profile. You can go ahead and confirm that. In addition to that, if you click on this Google search icon, it will give you the ability to search their phone number, or you can click on the Facebook page to go to their Facebook page if we have one, and we'll find it. If we can, we'll go ahead and serve that up here for you. And as soon as I find a business here on this page that I want to build a website for, it's really simply just go ahead and click on the build a website, choose from one of the templates. We'll go ahead and click, since we're doing landscapers, we'll do yard care. Click on build a website. I've already done this with one other one. You'll see it here on this page. The one that's currently being built is right here. The one that's already been built is this one right here. And as this page loads, you'll see we'll put the name of the business on here, and we use AI to write about their business. We put their phone number on it. We come up with an About Us section. We go down the page. We've got a nice form here for them to collect leads. We figure out services that they're known for. We write about those services. And as you go down the page, you'll see a lot more content, testimonials that are filled in, FAQs that have been created. And then we'll also go ahead and put their business on the map that they're familiar with seeing. Now back here in the app, another really, really great way to find websites is to click here on the Site Scout. Site Scout is going to give you the ability to search for websites visually. What you'll see start to load, we have 164 websites in Google Business Profile for that search. And what you're going to see as you scroll through this is you're going to see live screenshots of the websites of the businesses that are in that search profile. And what we're looking for, bingo, we're looking for sites that are down or not necessarily up. And so if you look at this site, you can tell it's not a website, right? So even though they have this website listed in their Google Business Profile, it means that they probably wanted a site at one point, were really interested in getting one up and running, just haven't been able to do that. So that's a great example. They're definitely somebody I'm going to call and let them know that the site they have isn't actually working. And so as we go down this list, we can kind of quickly look for really old, outdated sites. We can look for sites that are broken, click on any one of them just to kind of confirm and see, if there's anything in here. We'll kind of keep going and taking a look. Let's see, we're getting closer. Let's see. Boom, here's one. Look at this site. Yeah, it's out. So relaunch your site. So either they went out of business or their website's down. We're going to reach out to them. Boom, here's another one right here, right? If they got a DNS issue, or maybe the website's just down completely. We'll keep looking for another DNS error. I mean, that was pretty obvious. I don't need to click on. Look at this guy's using House as his main website. So when I click on it, actually goes to a website and then redirects to this profile that he has here online. So probably had some inspiration of getting a site at one point. You keep going through the list, you're going to keep finding more. Here's another one right here. Obviously, it's something that's down on that site. Anyway, as you go through all these sites, these are perfect sites. These are people that had tried to build a website or put a website up, or something happened to the website along the way. As long as they didn't go out of business, they're going to need a website. Again, all the sites that you've created are right here, and that's that. So once you get these things up and running, give them a call, tell them you built them a website, sell them the site. That's all there is to it.